Hey, what's up, guys? So today I'm talking about something that happened pretty recent, and it involves a fucking hacker coming after me pretty much, and usually I don't even have to talk about stuff like this because most of the people that I've run into that are on that side of the internet that are a little bit like, spooky and can hack and shit are actually pretty cool to me, I'm not gonna lie. As long as you don't start any bullshit with them, they won't start any bullshit with you. But this one guy, he was on another level. He was just mean for no reason. And I'm just going to explain the whole story. I don't want to spoil it in a few seconds. It all pretty much started in spring, so not too long ago. But it all started with me going to bed. It was 8 in the morning, and I woke up at fucking 6 p.m. And I was like, wow, my schedule is fucking garbage. But I woke up to some missed calls and some text messages from my friends, and I honestly had so many that I thought my number got leaked again. But it was actually just my friends who live here, and a few of them were like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And then one of them said I got hacked, and I just didn't really know, so I opened up the text messages, replied to some of them, asking what's going on, and I run downstairs and I immediately check my channel, and my channel's fine. And I check my Twitter. My Twitter's fine. And then I check, my fucking YouTube Facebook. That's fine. And then I was like, well, what the fuck did this guy hack? And my friend, texts me, and he's like, dude, your Facebook. I was like, I just looked at my Facebook. It's fucking fine. And he's like, no, your personal one. And I looked it up, and it's there, and I was like, what the fuck? And somehow this hacker dude, literally managed to reactivate my old deactivated Facebook and just start posting bullshit on it. There was, fucking naked people fucking, porn. There was, weird memes and shit that were really offensive. He was going on my in real life friends' Facebooks and posting on their walls and messaging them shit. He messaged one of my best friends and asked him if he wanted to come hang out at my house and put our dicks together and put them in a blender. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, dude, it's not me. He's like, obviously I know that. And I was like, all right, good. But he's just doing all this fucked up stuff. And he didn't change my password, so I was able to get into it and permanently delete it. So we're good there, right? That's where I thought it was over. I was like, oh, glad that's done with. That's just the only account that got fucked up. All my other ones are safe. And then later in the day, I get a fucking text message from a random number saying, hey, dude. That's all it said was, hey, dude. And I replied, and I was like, who's this? They reply again, eat me out. Just straight up, eat me out. I was just like, what? So I replied, and I was like, who the fuck is this? And they just go, oh, it's me, Dad. And I was like, all right, this is probably the guy that hacked my shit. So I ignore him, right? Sends me another text later, and he's like, I'll stop fucking with your shit now. Just wanted to test your security. I was like, oh, okay, man, thank you. He's like, I'm not going to leak your number either, so you're safe. I was like, all right, thanks, man. I was like, all right, cool. This guy's actually pretty awesome. I mean, even though he told my best friend that we should put our dicks together and put them in a blender, he's pretty cool, right? But anyway, later that night, I'm in my room just listening to music on Twitter, and my doorbell rings, and it's late out, so I was like, okay, who the fuck is at my door? I proceed to open my front door, and I see a middle-aged man standing on my porch, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Am I about to get kidnapped? Is this how it's going to end? But I opened the door, and I just said, hey, man, I didn't order anything, because I thought that he was, delivering food, or someone ordered food to my house, and he's like, you called for us. I was like, no, I didn't. He's like, well, you're Austin, right? I was like, yeah, I'm Austin, but I didn't call for anyone. Who even are you? And he says his company name and then goes to say that he was there to pick me up to give me a ride to the fucking airport. And I was like, I didn't call for a cab to go to the airport. He's like, oh, well, we got one. I was like, no, it was a prank. He's like, oh, whatever, man. Fuck. And he starts walking away, all pissed off. It was my fault. I was like, I'm sorry, dude. And he gets in his car and he drives away, and I go back in my house kind of freaked out because I thought it was someone else or someone there to do some weird shit. And I get my phone and I text this guy. I was like, dude, I thought you were done fucking with me. Why'd you just send a taxi to my house? And he's like, I didn't, man. And I just ignored him. He was denying it, but to be honest, I didn't even want to talk to this guy. He was fucking spooky. But that was pretty much the end of his reign of terror. He completely went after me and fucked with me a lot and hacked some of my shit. But I'm pretty sure that was the end there. I mean, I did get food and shit sent to my house a couple weeks later, but I don't know. That could have been anyone. But I mean, I could just assume it was him. Probably was. But yeah, fucking spooky, creepy-ass hacker fucking pulled one over on me. But I'm not gonna lie, it was really fucking funny when he did the thing with the dicks in the blender. When he told my friend that we should put our dicks in a blender, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of laughed at it. Even though it's really fucked up, it's funny, I can't. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. That's pretty much the end. I just thought it'd be funny to, talk about how this hacker guy fucking came after me and, did these things. Even though it didn't really harm me too bad, I still thought it was kind of funny. Hopefully you guys did too. But if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.
Straight. My boss is a fucking bitch. Matter of fact, you could tell that hoe I fucking quit. I just got $1 for a raise. What the fuck is this? I can make more money